What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome to Hybrid Network's review of Transformers The Last Knight, the highly anticipated, maybe wearily awaited 5th installment in the Transformers franchise. As someone that's been watching these movies since I was literally 12 years old, they've got a soft spot in my heart. I mean, as you get older, you kind of come to understand that these aren't Oscar-winning films by any stretch of the imagination, but for the most part they've had fun and heart, and they've been generally enjoyable, especially the first few. But what about this one? Does Transformers The Last Knight right the ship and restore the franchise to its former glory? Yeah, not so much. This movie is basically all visual style and no substance, yet it's still better than its predecessor, Age of Extinction. They basically act like that movie never happened for 95% of this one. I mean, for example, Stanley Tucci, who played an integral role in the last movie, is back, but playing a different character. Yes, he's actually playing Merlin. Yes, that Merlin. This movie, in my opinion, missed an interesting chance to kind of connect those characters. I mean, they're literally played by the same actor with no explanation in the film. And the new character, Isabella, is also mostly pointless, as she doesn't really add anything to the movie that the other characters don't already contribute. And her mini-robot companion is basically a bad BB-8 ripoff. The other new character, though, Laura Haddock's Vivian, is a nice addition, and they do a good job introducing her character while also keeping Mark Wahlberg's Cade, who was the best new character from the last movie. Sector 7's own Agent Simmons, played by John Turturro from the first few movies, does return in a few scenes, but really kind of adds nothing to the plot of this one. And Anthony Hopkins' Sir Edmund Burton was mostly just a plot device too, although his robotic assistant Cogman, played by Jim Carter, was a great new character. He might be the best addition to the Transformers movies in a long time. The mythology surrounding the Order of the Woodwickens would have been a really cool addition in an earlier movie, and the same kind of goes for the revelation the Autobots had helped fight previous human wars, instead of it just kind of seeming to contradict the previous films. Of the new Transformers, for a classic and iconic character from the original cartoon series, John Dujardin's Hot Rod was really kind of wasted despite a definitely cool time manipulation ability. But on to the Cybertronians we know and love, the arc with Optimus Prime can probably best be compared to the arc Batman had in Batman v Superman, including a scene between him and Bumblebee that was more than a little reminiscent of the iconic and notorious Martha scene from that movie. Megatron is brought back in this film, although there's really no explanation about this, especially since he was Galvatron in the last one, although it can kind of be assumed Quintessa gave Megatron his new body, but that's never expressly stated. Speaking of Megatron, once again in this movie, he's the leader of the Decepticons, which by the time of this film is full of literal nobodies except for Barricade. Yet again, he's the henchman for the real big bad. That big bad in this movie is Quintessa, and as seen in some of the trailers, she's claiming to be the maker of the Transformers, but certain dialogues in the film hint to that being a false claim. I mean, she's called a deceiver more than a few times. Without spoilers, that's something left a little unanswered and open-ended in this movie, but we'll just have to wait to see how it develops in the inevitable Transformers 6. Overall, this movie was essentially what Age of Extinction should have been. Unfortunately, it's still a movie made more to sell toys than it is to tell a captivating story or stand on its own merit. I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. It's pretty to look at and kind of an enjoyable action film if you turn your brain off, but if you're a fan, you probably are going to leave more disappointed than not. If you've seen it, let us know what you thought in the comment section down below and what your predictions are for the future of the franchise, Transformers 6 or beyond. That's got to do it for me here though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.